Hi, so today we are going to see the demo for Twitter Clone Project 2. And we actually implemented the Twitter engine using a Suave framework, which provides support for both WebSockets and HTTP. And on top of that, we also implemented REST operations like GET and POST for different types of services. We also use on that engine also uses an actor to push the live feeds to the online users through WebSockets. And a simple UI is developed using HTML and JavaScript to invoke these connections through these WebSockets and the HTTP requests. So as you can see here, we have one API for each of the service, and the requests are sent to each of these endpoints separately for different services. This is a WebSocket endpoint, which initially does a handshake and then does the rest of the following. We basically use the WebSocket to push all the notifications and live feeds from the backend to multiple clients, and we also used active for this purpose because these are independent of the current user request and can be done concurrently, improving the efficiency. So these are so actors are used mainly for that purpose, and these are the different types of get and post requests, as you can see. So let's quickly start the server and go to the demo. So in the meanwhile, okay, so I'm having 3 tabs here to log in as a 3 users. Let's quickly first register the users. User 1. So if without registering a user, if we try to log in, it will throw an error. So we need to first register the users. So let's say user 2, and then log in. So it's recommended to use incognito mode because Chrome otherwise throws an error saying unsafe passwords are sent. So I'm just using incognito mode. So as you can see, 3 users are logged in and registered. So let's make the user 1 to follow user 2 and 3. Okay, so I hit the wrong button. Okay, so you can see that user 1 started following 2 and 3, and at the same time, these 2 users also got a notification saying user 1 has started following them. So let's see what happens when hit 1 intro. So user 3 has just posted a tweet, and since user 1 is following user 3, user 1 has got a notification saying user 3 has tweeted something. So this is where the WebSockets comes into play. All these notifications and live feeds are sent from the backend through the WebSocket connections created for each of these users. So so that's how it's done. Let's make user 2 to follow user 3, and he gets the notification again. And let's see what happens if user 2 searches for the tag intro. He gets a tweet. So let's make user 1 tweet again. Tweet 1 from user 1 hashtag intro. So if now user 3 searches for intro hashtag, he gets 2 tweets. So far 2 tweets are done with the hashtag intro. And let's see the mentions also. So Twitter 1, so user 1 is mentioning user 3, and then again says how are you hashtag. Okay, so since user no one is following user 1, no one gets a notification, but he has mentioned user 3. So when user 2 searches for a user 3, he should get that tweet here, as you can see. And for searching user IDs, we need to mention at the beginning to differentiate. And to see how all these are happening, let's quickly open the developer tools, and let's make some posts here. Hey, tweet 2, 3 or something. Okay, so sorry, I opened the wrong developer tools. Okay, so now let's say if user is searching for intro, he gets tweets for the intro, and in the network you can see how this operation is. It's a get request, and this is the API, and in the response you can see the JSON here. So we are using a JSON object types to as a response for each of the request types, and also the request types, even in the request headers also the JSON data is sent in the body for a post request. And since this is a get, it's not there. And let's post something. let's do quickly a post request. Hey, tweet 4. Okay, you can see the post request here, and this is the endpoint API, and you can see the body, I mean the payload, and in the response also we have got JSON, which is encoded and which is split and shown in the UI as well. And so now user 1 has all these tweets, and if he logs out and then log in again, he should get all these feeds again. As you can see, these are the feeds. So whenever user logs in, he gets all the latest feeds. And similarly, whenever some of the users that he is following are posting something, then also he gets a live feed notification. And that's how the application is developed and built. And for further explanations about the implementation, we have mentioned everything in the report or the README document. Kindly refer that, and thank you.